Why is it that the person who broke you, the one who left without warning, without closure, without a shred of explanation, can't stop thinking about you, but still won't text you first? Why is she watching your stories but never reaching out? Why is she online, posting, laughing, living, while you sit there drowning in the silence she left behind? Here's the truth that no one tells you. She's waiting for you to chase. But the second you stop chasing, really stop, something strange happens. The silence you hate. That silence becomes her prison. Every second you don't text her, she wonders if you finally let go. Every post you don't like, every message you don't send, every reaction you withhold, it echoes louder than any words you could say. She's not reaching out because she's too proud, too scared. And honestly, she's hoping you'll cave first, that you'll break the silence so she can keep her illusion of control. But the man who masters his emotions, the Stoic man, he doesn't break. He doesn't beg. He doesn't chase validation from someone who chose to disappear. And once she senses that shift, once she sees that your world didn't collapse without her, that's when it begins. The regret, the doubt, the obsession, not because you did anything to win her back, but because you stopped trying, because she felt your absence like a storm she never saw coming. This is your moment to reclaim yourself. This isn't a game. This is your rebirth. You don't need her to come back. You need you to come back. So if you're still sitting there hoping she'll make the first move, stop, because what she's really waiting for is proof that you've moved on. This video is your blueprint. We're breaking down exactly how silence becomes your loudest weapon, how no contact works, not as a trick, but as a test of your emotional discipline, and how you transform heartbreak into power she can't ignore. If you're done waiting for a woman who made you feel like an option, if you're ready to become the man she didn't believe you'd ever become, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, "My silence speaks for me now." Now, let's begin. Number 1, she pulled away to watch you chase. She didn't pull away because she was confused. She didn't lose interest overnight, and she definitely didn't disappear just to figure things out. No, she pulled away with purpose, intention, calculation. She needed to know if you were truly hers. And the fastest way to find out was simple. Take a step back and see if you'd chase. Because that's what most men do. The moment they feel her slipping, they panic. They fire off texts that get left unread. They apologize for things they didn't even do. They offer more, try harder, love louder, all while she says less, pulls back further, and vanishes emotionally. Why? Because she already got her answer. You broke the moment she left. You reached out. You needed her. That's all she wanted to know. See, when a woman distances herself, it's not always to leave you. Sometimes it's to measure your reaction. It's a power play dressed as confusion. And when you react the way most men do, emotionally, impulsively, begging for clarity, you give her exactly what she needs to stay gone: control. But the Stoic man, he does the opposite. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't spiral. He doesn't hit send on that long paragraph she'll never respect. He recognizes what's happening: a silent test. A test of emotional discipline, a test of ego versus presence, a test to see if he can still be centered when the person he cared about suddenly becomes a stranger. And when he passes that test, when he doesn't chase, doesn't explain, doesn't fold, something shifts in her. She thought she knew how this would go. She thought he'd come running, but instead he disappeared into silence. No reaction. No weakness, just calm, stillness, absence. And that absence, that's what haunts her. Not the silence itself, but what it implies, that he might have already let go, that maybe, just maybe, she overplayed her hand, and now the fear she was trying to provoke in him, the fear of loss, starts creeping into her. This is where you win, not by playing games, not by faking detachment, but by becoming so rooted in your self-worth, so in control of your emotions, that her pullback no longer dictates your peace. You become the storm she didn't see coming, the one who didn't chase because he didn't need to. Number 2, attention is the drug and you were her dealer. Attention isn't just validation, it's currency. And whether she knew it consciously or not, she was addicted to yours. Every good morning text, every compliment, every like, every ounce of focus you gave her, it all hit her like a dopamine spike. It made her feel chosen, desired, safe, not just loved, but worshipped. And over time, your attention became her fix. But here's the problem. She didn't respect the supply because it was always available. You were consistent, predictable, always there when she needed you. And at first, that felt good to her. But eventually, it became background noise, white noise. She stopped appreciating it not because it wasn't valuable, but because it was always there. She forgot the cost. She forgot what it felt like to earn it. That's why your withdrawal hits harder than any text you could send, because the moment you go silent, really silent, it creates a void. And the human brain hates voids. She starts checking your online status, wondering why you haven't liked her recent post, why your name hasn't popped up in her notifications. That's not coincidence. That's addiction withdrawal. She got used to consuming you daily. And now the source is gone cold. You're not trying to hurt her. You're not ghosting her. You're rebalancing the scales. You're reclaiming your worth by no longer giving it away for free. You're reminding her that your time, your focus, your energy, those things are earned, not handed over on demand. And here's the twist. The less you give, the more valuable you become. That's the scarcity effect in action. The moment something becomes rare, it becomes desirable, even if she took it for granted before. She'll start questioning her own choices. She'll replay conversations. She'll overanalyze silence. Because now she's no longer sure she has access to you. That uncertainty? It's magnetic. It pulls her in deeper than attention ever did. Because this time, she has to earn it. And that shift, from you being the supplier to you becoming the prize, is what makes her chase. Number 3, the art of strategic absence. When you're always available, you become invisible. That's the paradox. The more you show up, the more she expects you to. The more you reach out, the less weight your words carry. Consistency is powerful, yes, but when it's excessive, it turns into noise. And when you're the background, you're not the story anymore. You're just there until you're not. That's where the power of strategic absence comes in. It's not about cutting her off in anger. It's about stepping back with precision, with control. You disappear not because you're emotional, but because your presence is no longer free. She thought she could retreat, go cold, pull away, and that you'd still be there when she came back. She thought your loyalty was unconditional, but now she feels the silence, and it's louder than anything you ever said. Absence isn't passive, it's pressure. When done right, it creates the one thing she can't ignore: contrast. She remembers how available you used to be, how your messages used to light up her phone. And now, nothing. That drop-off creates a void that forces her to pay attention, not to you, but to herself, to her decisions, to her ego. She starts questioning, did I mess this up? And that doubt, that slow burn of realization, is where your power lives. Because here's the Stoic truth. You don't need to convince her of your worth. Your absence does it for you. It's a silent reminder that you're not just another man waiting around. You're a man who chooses where he invests his energy. And if she pulled back, you respect that, by matching her distance and doubling it. Most men fear absence. They're scared she'll forget them, scared she'll move on. But the ones who master it, they realize that absence doesn't make her forget. It makes her remember. Every quiet moment becomes a trigger. Every hour without a message becomes a question. Why hasn't he reached out? Did he stop caring? Is he with someone else? You've already said enough. Now let the silence speak. Strategic absence isn't retreat. It's elevation. It's how you move from the man who wants her to the man she wants back. Number 4, emotions are traps. Detach or be devoured. You can't think clearly when you're bleeding emotionally, and that's exactly why she pulled away, because she knew it would cut you. She knew it would trigger your need for answers, for closure, for reassurance. But here's the trap. The more emotionally reactive you are, the more power you give her. The more you feel, the more she controls. She doesn't even have to lift a finger. Your own emotions will do the damage for her. This is where most men lose the battle. They can't sit with the silence, so they fill it. They reach out, trying to get a response, trying to fix what's broken. But that urge to reconnect, it's not strength. It's fear disguised as action. It's the mind begging to end discomfort, even at the cost of self-respect. And every time you cave, you reinforce her position. You tell her without saying it, you can leave, and I'll still be here. The Stoic man plays a different game. He understands that pain is inevitable, but reaction is optional. Emotions will come, but he doesn't obey them. He watches them like clouds passing. He doesn't suppress his feelings, he just refuses to be ruled by them, because once you let emotion lead, logic dies, and with it, your leverage, your value, your center. Detachment isn't numbness, it's clarity. It's the ability to feel pain and still not act out of it. It's standing in the middle of the storm and not moving. That kind of stillness, it's rare, it's magnetic, and it's terrifying to someone who expected you to crumble. When you detach, you stop reacting to her absence and start commanding your own presence. You stop needing closure from her and start creating closure within yourself. That shift rewrites the entire dynamic. She doesn't see a man chasing. She sees a man evolving, a man she can't figure out anymore, a man who no longer bleeds for her validation. And that mystery, that lack of emotional chaos, it makes her wonder if she ever really knew you at all. And wondering is where obsession begins. Number 5, your pain is her mirror. Your pain doesn't just hurt you, it exposes her. When she sees you suffering after she pulled away, it reflects something back at her. Power. It confirms that she had emotional leverage over you, that she mattered more than she admitted, that you needed her to feel whole. And for someone walking away, that confirmation feels like victory. It tells her she was right to leave. You've become the proof that she still holds the key to your peace. But here's the deeper truth. Your pain isn't just about missing her. It's about what her leaving triggered in you. It awakened doubts, fears, abandonment wounds you thought were buried. She didn't break you. She revealed what was already fragile. That's why chasing her doesn't fix anything, because she's not the source of your suffering. Your attachment is. Most men try to heal through reconnection. They think if she just texts back, calls, comes over, it'll stop the bleeding. But even if she did, that relief would be temporary. Because what really hurts isn't her absence. It's the illusion that you needed her to feel okay. That's the lie you have to break. Here's what the Stoic man understands. Pain is a signal, not a sentence. It tells you where you've handed over too much power. It shows you what still owns your peace. And once you see that clearly, you take the pain and you use it. You transmute it. You stop asking, why did she leave me? And start asking, Why was I so dependent on her staying? That shift is liberation, because now the pain becomes a mirror, not of what you lost, but of what you need to rebuild, your identity, your discipline, your self-worth, not built on her presence, but on your foundation. And when you stop projecting pain onto her, something else happens. She feels it. Not your suffering, your distance, your healing, your indifference. And that hits deeper than any message ever could, because now she's left with a version of you that no longer reflects her power, but her mistake. Number 6. Women feel deeply, but respond to power. Women are emotional creatures, yes, but don't mistake emotion for weakness. Women feel everything, but they don't move toward what hurts. They move toward what pulls them, what commands their attention, respect, and curiosity. And that pull, that gravitational force that draws her back in, it isn't love, it's power. Your power. The truth is, she already knows how you feel. You showed it in every message, every call, every attempt to fix things. But now, she's not looking for more emotion. She's watching for strength. She wants to know if you can stand alone, if you can sit in silence and not collapse, if you can walk away and not look back. Because that's what shakes her. Not your feelings, but your restraint. This is where most men fail. They think vulnerability is the way back in. They think being open and real about how hurt they are will win her over. But emotion without control doesn't attract. It repels. It signals instability, dependence, lack of center. She might pity you, but she won't desire you. And if there's no desire, there's no return. But when you shift from needing her back to mastering yourself, that's when she starts to feel again. Not for who you were, but for who you've become. She sees a man who no longer spirals, no longer begs, no longer dances for attention. A man who isn't cold, but who's solid, calm, centered. That's power. That's what makes her question her decision. Because now, she's not looking at the man she left. She's staring at the man she didn't expect to rise. And here's the twist. When you no longer seek to prove your worth to her, she starts trying to reprove her value to you. She begins wondering where she stands, if she still holds a place, if your heart is still open, or if someone stronger, more aligned with your new energy, has already taken her spot. That uncertainty, that quiet threat of replacement, it cuts through her ego like a blade, because deep down she knows a woman can't truly move on from a man who outgrew her silence. Number 7. Your silence forces her reflection. Silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of pressure. When you stop speaking, stop reaching out, stop reacting, you create space. And in that space, she finally hears something she's been drowning out. Her own thoughts, her doubts, her second guesses, her guilt. Without your validation to numb it, the questions start creeping in. Why hasn't he texted? Is he really over me? Did I matter at all? See, your attention used to protect her from those thoughts. As long as you were chasing, she could pretend she had control. She didn't have to think, she didn't have to reflect, she didn't have to feel the weight of what she walked away from. But your silence, that's different. That forces her to sit with what she tried to ignore. And here's what happens in that quiet. She rewrites the story. At first, she told herself you'd be waiting, that you'd crack, that your pride couldn't survive her absence. But as days pass, and there's still nothing from you, that narrative starts to break. Her ego tries to fight it, but the silence keeps whispering, he might not come back. That's when regret sneaks in, not always loud, not always dramatic. Sometimes it starts as restlessness, anxiety, random thoughts of you at night, dreams, old memories. And those thoughts, they snowball, because now she's not reacting to what you're doing, she's reacting to what you're not doing. And that confusion, that internal chaos, that's the same hell you went through when she left. The roles have reversed. But here's the key. You can't fake this kind of silence. It only works when it's real. When you're not just ignoring her, you're truly focused on your own life, on your purpose, your growth, your evolution, because silence without growth is just avoidance. But silence with growth, that's transformation. And transformation is what shakes her the most. Because now she's not just hearing silence from you, she's feeling distance, emotional, energetic, spiritual distance. And the longer she sits in that space, the more she starts asking the question you've already answered for yourself. Did I lose him, or did he outgrow me? Number 8. You become the mystery. Predictability kills desire. When she knew exactly what you'd say, how you'd react, how quickly you'd text back, that comfort turned into control, and once she had control, the curiosity died. That's what most men never realize. Women aren't drawn to men they fully understand. They're pulled toward what they can't figure out. Mystery isn't a game, it's power. But when you went silent, when you stopped broadcasting your every thought, when you stopped chasing closure, you became unpredictable. The narrative she had of you started to collapse. You went from the guy who always reaches out to nothing. No texts, no likes, no posts begging for attention. That disappearance isn't passive, it's calculated, and it messes with her more than any emotional outburst ever could. Because now, she doesn't know what you're thinking. She doesn't know if you're hurt or healed, if you're waiting or moving on, if you miss her or forgot her name. That uncertainty creates tension, and that tension brings attraction back from the dead. Because the human brain is wired to solve puzzles, and now you are the puzzle. She starts stalking your stories, but you post less. She checks your profile, but you've gone low-key. She looks for signs that you're slipping, but all she finds is distance, stillness, presence, and that triggers something ancient in her psyche, the need to earn your attention again. This is the reverse of how it started. In the beginning, you were open, transparent, available. She had full access to you. Now, she's outside the gate, and she doesn't know how to get back in. That unknown is what pulls her in deeper. Because mystery implies value, scarcity, strength. And when a man becomes a mystery, a woman becomes obsessed with decoding him. But here's the catch. Mystery isn't about pretending, it's about living. Living so fully, so unapologetically, so purposefully, that your silence isn't a tactic, it's a byproduct of being locked in on you. She doesn't feel you hiding, she feels you ascending. And that's the difference. You've become the man she thought she could replace, but now can't read, can't predict, can't forget. That's when curiosity turns to craving, and craving always leads to action. Number 9, the comeback isn't chased, it's chosen. You don't chase a comeback, you become the kind of man it naturally finds. That's the part most men get wrong. They think silence is just a countdown until she reaches out, that if they just wait long enough, she'll return. But here's the truth. No contact isn't about waiting, it's about working. It's not about sitting in the shadows hoping she misses you. It's about becoming someone so elevated that even if she came back, she'd have to fight for the version of you she once took for granted. Because let's be real, the man she left, he was available, predictable, emotional. He needed her approval to feel whole. But this new man, the one forged in silence, built through discipline, sharpened by absence, he doesn't even think the same. He doesn't crave what left him. He values what stayed with him, his self-respect, his purpose, his growth. And when she does come back, and if you've done the work, she will, it's not a reunion, it's a reckoning. She doesn't meet the man she ghosted. She meets the man she never saw coming, the one who stopped begging, stopped explaining, stopped shrinking just to be understood. Now, you speak less, move smarter, choose peace over reaction. You don't let her back in because she apologized. You let her prove she deserves proximity to this version of you. That's how the power shifts. When she left, you wanted her to change, but now you changed. You became the man who no longer needs to be chosen because you choose yourself, and that, more than any silence or distance, is what rattles her. You're no longer waiting for the comeback. You've become the man she can't believe she let go, and if she doesn't come back, you don't collapse, because this journey was never about her return. It was about your return to strength, to clarity, to unshakable identity. You didn't go no contact to get her back. You went no contact to get you back. Number 10, the Stoic blessing. Letting go isn't weakness, it's power. It's the final move in the game she didn't know she was playing. Because when you fully release her, not just from your phone, but from your mind, your narrative, your identity, you give her something no text ever could, the blessing of your absence. Most men stay stuck in limbo, waiting, hoping, half-detached. They say they've moved on, but deep down they're watching the door, waiting for it to open. That's not stoicism, that's self-deception. The true Stoic man doesn't just walk away, he lets go completely. No anger, no resentment, just silence, self-respect, and forward motion. Because here's the truth, if she's meant to return, she will, but not to the same man, not to the version who was emotionally dependent and easy to read. If she comes back, she'll face someone she has to earn. And if she doesn't, then you've still won, because you didn't let heartbreak define you. You let it refine you. Letting go is the final power move. It says, I no longer need closure. I am the closure. It's a quiet declaration that you are no longer available to the past. You're no longer driven by what left. You're driven by what's ahead. Purpose, progress, peace, and that energy. That internal peace that doesn't flinch, doesn't chase, doesn't beg, that's the Stoic blessing. You've given her the freedom to go. And by doing so, you've given yourself the freedom to rise. This is where the story ends, not with a reunion, not with revenge, but with rebirth. You didn't win her back. You won you back. And in the end, that's the only victory that ever mattered. You came here looking for answers, wondering why she won't text, why she disappeared, why the silence hurts more than the goodbye. But what you found wasn't about her. It was about you. Her pulling away was the spark, but your silence, that's the fire. That's what transformed you from the man she left into the man she'll never forget. This journey wasn't about getting her back. It was about reclaiming your presence, your power, your peace. And if she returns, good. Let her meet the version of you she didn't believe existed. And if she doesn't, better. Because you'll be too far gone, too grounded, too elevated, too you to care. You didn't fold. You didn't chase. You didn't lose yourself in the storm. You held the line. That's stoicism. That's strength. That's what it means to bless someone with your silence, your distance, your evolution. So if this message hits something real in you, don't let it stay a thought. Make it a movement. Join this brotherhood of men who don't beg, don't break, and don't bend for love that isn't earned. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and comment below, I don't chase, I evolve. This is Stoic Blessing. And your story? It's just beginning.